Let's take a look at the new date class. Since JDK, all classes are immutable, providing friendly support for high concurrency programming. The new API refines the concept of time, offering specialized date, time, date time, the T-time, timestamps, and time zone classes. Among these, 4 common classes are timestamp, date, time, and date time. Let's focus on one example, the T-time, local T-time data T-time class, which is called local data time. To generate time, we use the null method of this class. It's important to note that the new time classes are not created using the new keyword. Instead, we obtain the current time using the null method. When obtaining a new time, there's an overloaded method that allows passing the time zone as a parameter. For example, for China, Eastern Time Zone, we typically pass the value 8. Moreover, we can specify a particular time by providing the year, month, day, hour, minute, and second, making it easy to create a specific time. If any details are not specified, they are considered as 0. Apart from this method, there are several overloaded methods for creating time instances, allowing various levels of details, like specifying only the time or date. You can search for the of method for more information. We can also create time instances by parsing strings. Previously, we learned about the date class, which used the simple date format class to parse time. With local data time, we can directly parse a string to generate a time instance. During parsing, we can specify the format of the string. It's essential to note that local data time works in conjunction with the TTime formatter class, allowing us to customize the parsing format according to our requirements. Apart from the various ways to create local data time instances, it also offers methods to add and subtract time. To add time, we can use the plus method, which has multiple overloaded versions. Among these, 2 overloaded methods use an interface to represent time units, such as minutes, seconds, or days, when specifying the amount of time to add. Essentially, this interface serves as a representation of time units, allowing us to specify the increase or decrease in minutes, seconds, days, and the units of time. These are all interfaces, but in practical usage, we use their concrete classes. If you are unsure, the following plus methods are easy to remember. For instance, you can use them to increase years, weeks, months, dates, or even hours. There are other plus methods as well, making it convenient to modify dates. Similarly, the minus methods represent decreasing time. We have only mentioned one minus method here, but in reality, it has corresponding methods for various units, just like the plus methods. This makes it convenient to perform date additions and subtractions. Apart from adding and subtracting, we can directly modify date values using positional methods. In this context, the term position refers to the specific time unit being adjusted. It represents the quantity of time being modified and encompasses a comprehensive representation of time units. For example, we can use the year position to change the year, or the month position to change the month. There are many positional methods available, but we haven't listed all of them here. You can try it out yourself. Apart from adding and modifying, you can also retrieve individual components from the date, such as getting the year, month, and so on. In this class, we use the get method to extract the individual components, including year, month, day, hour, minute, and second from the current date and time. This class actually has many more methods, but for this lesson, we are only discussing these. Now, let's take a look at this example. In this example, we construct a date object using several methods. This object includes the year, month, day, hour, minute, and second. Using now represents the current system time. We can specify the time zone, like Los Angeles time zone in this case. We can also specify a specific date and time, including year, month, day, hour, and minute. If not specified, they default to 0. Parsing a string and specifying the format. We've learned about simple format and the meaning of various wildcards, making it convenient to parse the string. The output of this example includes the current time, Beijing and Los Angeles time zones, and the time specified with a specific format. If we didn't specify the seconds, they are shown as 0. And later, when we analyze the time, let's have a look. It is also output using the format method of our time. We output it according to this pattern. We can actually modify this pattern as well. For example, we can write the year, month, and day here. Let's run it again, and everyone can take a look. This is the new pattern. Now, we talk about the way of creating this date. It is similar to the date method we mentioned earlier. It is more flexible compared to the date we just mentioned. Now, let's take a look at how we modify this date. To t times 3, let's take the t times 3 as an example. We specify a date and add 3 to it, then output it. Please take a look. Originally, it was December the 1st. Now, what date is it? It has become the 4th. We can also decrease it. Minus for subtraction. We use the minus method. For example, let's subtract the year by 3, and then output it. Everyone can see that it becomes the year 17. So, besides adding, we can also subtract. Apart from that, we can also make modifications using the with method. Now, let's modify the month. When we write it, if we are not familiar with the specific date, we can simply write with. Everyone can see that if I write it like this, it automatically helps us find what we can modify. We can modify the minutes or the month. Let's modify it to 10, and then output it. We can see that it has been modified to the 3rd. We can also individually extract a specific time value from it. Okay, let's take a look. For example, let's output the get method. When you write it, you can see that the get method has many options. It can define your region, or you can directly write it here. For example, minutes, hours, years, etc. We can extract the hour from it. Let's select that. And you can see that it becomes 1 p.m. So, this is our date class, and it actually has many other operations. I encourage you to complete them after the class. Thank you. Assuming the current date is 7月1日 Street 2023. Write down the result after the execution of the following program.